my messages, since I did send that to myself, there you see the message. Okay? So switching hats or chairs, I'm now pretending I'm the nurse that is going to bring this patient into the room. And what I would do is, as a nurse, I would see this in my inbox. When I click on this message, the nice part is that what was routed to me was the appointment. So I actually get the appointment brought into my system. I'll come back to the Health Watcher alert in just a couple minutes here. When I see that that actually being brought into my system, I get the appointment and I get the patient's chart. Okay, so here is the patient's chart. Um, I would probably, as the nurse, I would want to verify. You notice that we can have a picture of the patient. I want to make sure that I have the right patient sitting in front of me. I could also review with that patient things such as the demographics that I have. I can also review, as the nurse, I might want to review their current meds. I might say to them, Helen, these are the medications. Now, by the way, Helen Anderson is one of my demo patients, so she has quite a few medications. And I would say, Helen, are you still taking the Nexium? And she'll say, no, I'm not. So I'm going to uncheck that. Okay. Are you still taking the Zalatan? No, I'm not, etc. So I would update her prescription list, obviously, from the screen. The beauty of this is I can see all the current medications in one screen. And then I would probably do what's called a temporary save, because I want the doctor, when the doctor comes in, I want the doctor to see what we've taken her off of, rather than a permanent save will actually delete them from this list. And then I might want to start a note. So let's go ahead and start a note for this patient. By the way, as an aside, I've got a lot of stuff running on my laptop, so it's running pretty slowly today, as you can see. But you would not have that in your actual practice, because my laptop is acting not only as the laptop but also the server. And I think Camtasia is slowing me down a little bit too. I know it's trying. Let's just see here. Oh, it's loading now. Okay. Hmm. Let's take a look here at a couple things here. I'm taking you out of the demo so I can try to figure out why it's not bringing up the note. And where I'm going to start is my admin tab. I'm just looking to see what else is running here. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to actually shut this down. Oh, it's really slow. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to restart the app. Close that. All right, let's go back to our schedule for the 21st. Let's actually go into our messages. I know what I was going to do. One of the things that I wanted to show you is if you go into admin, I'm sorry, tools, user preferences, and I go into notes, you're going to want to preset, you know, the template type being the specialty and what form comes up. I'm actually going to change this. That's a pretty big form. I'm going to just make this family practice and save that. Go back to Helen Anderson. And I'm going to do a new note. Obviously, that's faster. It might have had something to do with my form. So back to the demo. The nurse is going to start a note, and I'm going to actually bring up the note called the multi-purpose exam. You'll notice that this template has a variety of places to put information in. We have a general tab where we might take the vitals. Put in the chief complaint or reason for visit. I forgot what the was this this wasn't the one I had just done, so I'll just make one up. There's a tab here for gathering information such as the social history. These can be brought in through drop downs, okay, or they can be free-form typed. When did you get it? You know. Abdominal pain, etc. And say I'm finishing admitting the patient, and the nurse is now done. So I'm going to save this note. And I'm going to route this note back to the doctor. It would normally go right just to the doctor instead of all these people, but that's okay. And I'm going to say something like, by the way, you can have your own user defined action types. And I might say she's in room 4. So now I'm going to switch my hat or chairs again. Pretend I'm the doctor, and I'm going to look at my messages. This message would have been completed by the nurse. Remember, I'm wearing multiple hats here, but now as a doctor I can see she's in room 4. So when I go into that room and click on my message, it actually brings up the patient's chart and the note that has been started for this patient. You'll also notice, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about our Health Watchers, is that we have a Health Watcher alert that popped up automatically based on a particular condition that says we have a recommended protocol based on the fact that we have a female under 55 that is in front of us, and there's a recommended Health Watcher protocol for her. Now, Health Watcher protocols, and I'm going to go to the Health Watcher here. I'm just going to minimize this note for right now. Health Watcher protocols can come up based on a variety of factors. They can be based on age and sex, as we just talked about earlier. You know, female under 55, or they can be based on a